out of Duck Hunt, which,
yeah.
I mean, it's going to stop a lot of his banana shenanigans.
And ZeRo has always been so strong in the neutral game, and I really don't feel like dealing with this many projectiles is going to phase him too much, but we will find out as we jump right into game 1, ZeRo versus Raito.
So Starterville, normal choice, you know, not a bad thing. I feel like both players have to feel each other out a little bit. This is actually losers top 16, so not losers top 40, but, or well, either way, but still. Getting underway here into the first match, already a bit of damage onto ZeRo.
Yeah, 36% nice and early, and already you see Raito setting up a really nice wall of projectiles here, and he's been making that can trade all day, kind of throwing that can to get himself out of these combos while he's in the air.
ZeRo still having a hard time finding his groove. Nice stage presence coming out from Raito, not really giving ZeRo much quarter to move.
Yeah, and every time that Raito seems to go in, he gets hit with a little bit of damage, so you'll kind of see him maybe want to back off a little bit, but he's doing a great job carrying his momentum, and that is an early forward smash onto ZeRo, just over 100%. That's going to take the first stock.
Man, you can see just the projectile play coming out. Anytime that Raito gets caught by ZeRo, who, by the way, is phenomenal at doing conversions out of getting hits, you'll see he insta-cans, and that just explodes and stops ZeRo's momentum from doing anything.
And now we see ZeRo put Raito into the edge guard situation, but Raito doing a great job making it back to stage. That's a really difficult scenario against ZeRo, as we do know he's extremely strong on those edge guards.
Absolutely. It looks like Raito himself, though, he's just doing a lot of mind games right now. I feel like he's kind of in ZeRo's head, kind of keeping him on his toes, and not really giving ZeRo any any kind of quarter here. He's just showing him, hey, you know what? I am an excellent duck hunt dog. You may be the best player in the world, but I'll give you a few new tricks that you can teach an old dog.
And if you're coming all the way out from Japan, you've got to make it count, even against the likes of ZeRo here in the losers bracket. The loser of this is going home. This is for 13th place.
Whoa. I guess no jump.
Yeah, it looks like he did lose his jump there, but he still does have an 87% lead here on the last stock of this first game.
ZeRo catching himself, getting a little bit more momentum, just finding those niche kind of hits that he needs to find right now.
And Raito's setups have been so good. You see that he uses a little bit of an original setup every time that he starts to set up that wall. Sometimes he'll put the can behind him. Sometimes he'll put the can in front of him for a nice forward tilt. He really mixes it up, and he's really baiting ZeRo into these horrible situations. And ZeRo's still finding a little bit more momentum. He's making a little bit of a comeback here.
He is. And, you know, I was just about to point that out, but commentator's curse was you don't see Raito using the clay very often. It actually is kind of surprising. But that's because ZeRo's kind of in his face all the time, so it doesn't really allow him to get those conversions that he wants with the clay.
Yeah, and he's making a really good use of the can, and especially the grabs. I feel like he's getting a lot of grabs on ZeRo, where a lot of players really struggle getting a lot of grabs like he is.
That was actually really, really close. Oh, does he save himself? The can does explode. ZeRo does not die just yet. Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. And a quick back air is going to send Raito off the edge. And that is a fast turnaround from ZeRo to bring back the first game.
And, I mean, at the same time, it was pretty much a double death there, except that nice back air came out from ZeRo. The can gets the stage spike, but wasn't fast enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, wasn't able to bring it out for Raito, though he did have the lead most of that first game. But we jump right into Final Destination as the second pick, and this gives Raito a lot more space to work with.
Definitely. You can see that he'll be using his projectiles a lot more. He's able to run away and keep ZeRo at a distance. That's going to be very, very crucial when it comes to whether or not he can set himself up for those combinations later on that he wants to do.
But ZeRo, so far, he is in the face of Raito, but Raito is shutting down all of the options. And already, we're only 20 seconds into this game, and ZeRo, he's taking 70%.
Well, and this is what I'm talking about right there. Just that can exploding stopped all momentum that ZeRo had, and he was gaining it back and gaining it back fast.
And we know how much ZeRo loves to have that momentum. He loves to get you on the edge. He loves to play with those fast conversions and really put his opponents in terrible situations with all of the momentum that he brings on the Diddy Kong. And right now, Raito is doing an amazing job just kind of stopping all of that aggression, whether it be with a can or whether with just some basic duck hunt dog projectiles.
And you can see that, you know, he's being really methodical about it. He's actually setting up. Raito's a very, very patient player. You know, he's waiting for those right opportune moments because you kind of have to. You can't just charge in as duck hunt. You have to be very, very patient and very thoughtful about which next move you're going to do.
Especially against Diddy Kong, because I feel like as such a high-level character as Diddy Kong is, he has a lot of great options to shut down a lot of the things that Duck Hunt Dog throws out. He has a lot of really good spacing tools, a lot of good ways to get in, and, you know, this can just keeps hitting ZeRo, and he is finding no way in.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you got to give it to ZeRo for being one of the best players in the world, but at the same time, you know, Raito, he really is just doing an excellent job of keeping him out. You can't really... Okay, nice conversion off of, or nice read, I would say, off of that, and gets the up smash and takes the first stock.
Yeah, and now we see the real struggle from Duck Hunt Dog that we talked about with the kill. And now, commentators, Chris, again, I feel like this is going to be all day, man. We're just going to be sending people to the Shadow Realm over and over again. But now, quick 19%, and that grab the can throw combo, and Raito's been so on point with those so far. 2 quick cans, and that'll put ZeRo up to 34, make that 46%.
Raito setting himself up for the 5-hand Exodia kill, insta-win. Trying to find that method of getting in, finding those conversions. It's a little difficult, absolutely, because, you know, ZeRo does have a winning record, doesn't it?
Yeah, and now it's really interesting because we see these stocks kind of repeating themselves. We see a ton of momentum coming out from Raito from like 0 to 80% on ZeRo, and then suddenly the quick comeback from ZeRo, and he'll go up to 100, and by that time, Raito will be right around this 80% mark we see right now. And this has been time and time again in this set.
It has, and actually, you know, we feel like... Whoa, okay, so he's actually getting him in the air, very, very clutch there. And I feel like if Raito can actually get a hold of that banana peel, he's going to be deadly. I mean, on so many things, projectiles, you know, can, you've got the gunman, you've got the clay pigeon, all of these projectiles, and then on top of a banana peel, like, how does ZeRo react? Well, that's how he reacts to it.
Beautiful edge guarding moment there from ZeRo, baiting Raito into the exact wrong situation, air dodging into the ground, and that'll be a quick back air from ZeRo to close out the second game.
Very, very nice job from ZeRo. He's not really... Yeah, I think after the first game was kind of difficult for him. You know, he really had to figure out Raito again because, you know, Duck Hunt Dogs, they do differ a lot. I mean, yes, you'll see a lot of projectiles. You'll see a lot of spacing play. But it's the change, the difference between pro players and casuals is that the pro players are very methodical about their movements. They're very careful about how they do approaches and their setups.
Oh my, quick 37. That was a beautiful conversion there from Raito. Gets him with the first hit of the can and the explosion. And he is just so on point with these conversions as we do find ourselves back on Final Destination for the third and potentially final game of Raito's tournament life.
Well, I mean, yeah, you do go home for 13th place, but at the same time, you know, Raito's good at making comebacks. He can do it. We've seen it before. It's just going to be definitely a hard pull, especially he has to go 3-0 now.
And I think the big key for him is keeping his momentum after he establishes it. So far, he's been doing so good early stock on getting so much momentum and putting himself in these amazing situations. But just like clockwork, we see him losing momentum right now as he does fall off the stage and now has to set himself back up for stage control.
Now, he does, as you were saying, he does have that nice early lead. The question is, why do you feel like he starts to slow down a little bit?
I feel like it's the lack of kill power. Right now, at about 113% on plenty of other characters, even like Ness in that situation, there's a back throw maybe conversion at this percentage. And so the lack of kill power is really shutting down the momentum for Raito here as ZeRo is just living forever. And stage spike there with the can. He's been so on point with those. Finally gets him the KO in this set.
Now, that's going to keep him, he's got to keep going. He has to keep that momentum up. Let's see if he can actually continue on with how he starts. You know, he gets that good early lead, and here it comes, you know, the momentum from ZeRo. He's going to keep it on the pressure so that Raito can't set up, and the can coming out and saving Raito.
These cans are so amazing, both offensively and defensively. Yeah, he's going to be taking that percentage, but at this point, anything's going to kill him. Who cares if he takes a little bit of extra percent from the can, man?
But, I mean, okay, so the thing is, I found a lot of the time that, you know, if you time things right with the can, you can actually save yourself or kill yourself in this situation, but, you know, same thing.
A little bit too high percent now to be taking his own can to the face, but he was able to rack on a nice 27, and ZeRo, he's got a little bit momentum back. Nice early percent, 11%, but Raito.
Now, it makes me wonder, why does ZeRo keep allowing FD to come back? I mean, yeah, he won the first time on it, but there's got to be a reason why he keeps allowing Raito to have that full maximum length of the stage.
Well, what do you think he banned instead?
Honestly, I kind of think Lilat or probably Town and City. I feel like, you know, if that's giving Duck Hunt the opportunity to kill much earlier.
And he's been really strong so far. Raito has been really strong on Town and City so far, so I think you might be right there. So I think that's maybe why we see the FD come through. Maybe he just doesn't want to play Raito on you know, one of those other stages, whether it be Lylat or whether it be the Town and City. And Diddy Kong, I mean, isn't too bad on Final Destination himself.
He's not. And, you know, that was actually a really nice trick coming out from Raito. Shame it didn't connect because it probably would have killed, especially with a little bit of rage that's building up right now onto Raito. Can comes out to save his life once again. Can comes out once again. There's too many cans.
His timing on that is impeccable. He's saving himself over and over from the likes of ZeRo when he would be getting these back air conversions.
What grocery store did this dog rob in order to get all these cans?
Unbelievable how many he pulls out, but that is a relatively stable 3-0 or 3-0-4-0.